Good morning. Today I am here to talk about a simple yet transformative habit that can change the course of your life. It is not about any fancy techniques or mysterious success formulas. No, it's about waking up early, specifically at 4 a.m., the early hours of the morning, when the world is still asleep, offer a unique opportunity. It is in these quiet moments that you can shape your destiny and transform your life. The world is full of distractions, noise, and constant demands for our attention. But in the silence of the early morning, you can find the clarity you need to focus on what truly matters. Waking up at 4 a.m. is not just a habit. It's a way of reclaiming your time, your life, and your future. The simple act of setting an alarm for this early hour might seem challenging at first, but the rewards are beyond measure. Let's start by looking at what happens when you wake up at 4 a.m. The world around you is still asleep, and this silence offers an incredible opportunity. This is your time, uninterrupted, undistracted, and peaceful. In these early hours, you are free to think clearly and deeply, away from the noise and chaos that often fill our day. This is the moment to reflect on your life, your goals, and your dreams. It's the time to connect with yourself and ask, what do I want to achieve today? What steps will I take toward my long-term goals? The early morning hours give you the chance to plan your day thoughtfully instead of rushing through it in a blur. You can think about the bigger picture and ensure that your actions align with your values and aspirations. When you wake up early, you take control of the day before it takes control of you. The feeling of having a few uninterrupted hours is empowering. It allows you to tackle your most important tasks without any distractions. Whether it's reading, writing, exercising, or working on a project, this quiet time helps you to dive into your work with full focus and energy. You are not waiting for the world to wake up or for the chaos of the day to begin. Instead, you take charge, setting a productive and positive tone for the rest of the day. Another powerful aspect of waking up at 4 a.m. is the discipline it instills in you. It is easy to fall into habits of procrastination and laziness, especially when we have no clear structure to our day. But by committing to waking up early, you build a sense of accountability. It's a promise you make to yourself to invest in your future. This discipline is not just getting out of bed at a certain time. It's about how it influences the rest of your life. When you wake up early, you start the day with a sense of purpose and determination. This sets the tone for how you approach challenges, handle tasks, and make decisions throughout the day. Waking up at 4 a.m. also gives you the chance to invest in yourself. The early morning hours are ideal for personal development activities that can change the course of your life. You can dedicate time to learning, reading, or practicing a skill that will move you closer to your goals. In these quiet moments, you can grow mentally, physically, and emotionally. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you give yourself the time to make progress, even when the world is still sleeping. Waking up early helps you to be proactive rather than reactive. Instead of starting your day with stress and a rush to catch up, you begin with a calm and collected mindset. You have the space to set intentions for the day and think about how you want to show up in the world. When you wake up early, you give yourself the gift of time. Time to grow, to work, and to become the person you are meant to be. The impact of this habit will compound over time, helping you build momentum and making it easier to reach your long-term goal. Waking up at 4 a.m. is a commitment to your future self. It is an investment in the person you want to become. Each early morning is a building block toward your success. When you wake up early, you are choosing to prioritize your dreams and goals over the comfort of sleep. It may not be easy at first, but the results are worth the effort. You will find that, over time, you have more energy, more focus, and a greater sense of purpose in everything you do. This simple habit can change your life in profound ways. And it all starts with the decision to wake up at 4. Waking up early, particularly at 4 a.m., brings with it an unmatched sense of discipline that carries through the entire day. Discipline is the backbone of success, and it's often the small, consistent habits that shape our lives the most. One of the greatest advantages of waking up early is the discipline it instills, a discipline that can affect not just how you start your day, but how you approach every task you take on. By committing to waking up at 4 a.m., you are sending a clear message to yourself and to the world: I am in control of my life. It is easy to succumb to the temptation of sleeping in, especially when we've had a long day. But true discipline comes when you decide to take control of your time. Waking up at 4 a.m. requires you to make the decision to rise, regardless of external circumstances. It means choosing your growth over temporary comfort. Discipline begins with your ability to set an intention and follow through with it. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you are setting a goal, a small but powerful goal that is accomplished before most people have even had the chance to start their day. This act alone reinforces your ability to stick to your commitments. It teaches you how to manage your time effectively and avoid distractions that derail your progress. In the quiet hours of the morning, distractions are minimal, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. The discipline of waking up at 4 a.m. isn't about waking up just to get more work done. It's about training yourself to be consistent, to show up for yourself each and every day. It's about building the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. One of the ways that this discipline manifests is in your approach to your goals. When you wake up early, you are making time for yourself before anything else. Your first thoughts of the day are no longer spent on what others want from you. Instead, you begin with your own intentions and priorities. Waking up at 4 a.m. sets the tone for the rest of your day, allowing you to take charge of the direction in which you are heading. As you consistently wake up early, you develop the ability to stay focused on your goals throughout the day. You can more effectively allocate time to activities that align with your long-term vision, rather than being sidetracked by distractions and unimportant tasks. Furthermore, waking up at 4 a.m. encourages a deeper sense of responsibility. You are no longer at the mercy of the clock or of external demands. You create your own schedule, with each morning offering the chance to start the day with purpose. By taking responsibility for how your day begins, you learn to take responsibility for your life. You stop waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap, and instead, you start creating your own opportunities. This sense of personal responsibility strengthens your mental and emotional resilience as you learn to adapt and rise above challenges. In addition to personal responsibility, waking up at 4 a.m. enhances your time management skills. It forces you to be intentional about how you spend your day. With a limited number of hours in the day, every minute becomes precious. And when you wake up early, you learn to use your time wisely. Whether it's spending the morning working on a project, exercising, reading, or meditating, the time you gain by waking up at 4 a.m. is time that you can control. The early morning hours give you an opportunity to build productive habits that set you up for success. giving you an edge over those who are still sleeping. This discipline also translates into how you handle obstacles and setbacks. When you wake up early, you are conditioning yourself to overcome the natural inclination to stay in your comfort zone. Discipline isn't just about following through when things are easy. It's about pushing forward even when it's hard. Waking up at 4 a.m. challenges you every day to rise above the temptation to procrastinate, and this challenge strengthens your ability to deal with adversity. You develop the resilience to continue moving forward, even in the face of difficulty. One of the most powerful aspects of this discipline is the way it builds your self-esteem and confidence. Each time you wake up early, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving the goals you set. You begin to trust your ability to follow through with your commitments, and this trust becomes the foundation of your personal growth. The more consistent you are with this habit, the more you will see its positive effects in all aspects of your life. The discipline of waking up at 4 a.m. also has a profound impact on your mental clarity. Early mornings offer a chance to think without interruption. The peaceful atmosphere of the morning allows you to focus on your thoughts, set clear intentions, and organize your day with a clear mind. This clarity of thought helps you to make better decisions, stay calm in stressful situations, and maintain a sense of purpose throughout the day. As you begin your day with discipline and focus, you carry that energy into every task you face. It's no longer about simply completing tasks. It's about performing each one with intention, precision, and mindfulness. Waking up at 4 a.m. is more than just an act of discipline. It is a transformative habit that shapes your life. It teaches you how to prioritize your goals, stay focused, and manage your time effectively. It builds mental toughness and resilience, and it empowers you to take responsibility for your own future. By waking up early, you are setting the stage for success in everything. Waking up at 4 a.m. offers you the opportunity to work on your goals with full focus without the distractions that come with the rest of the day. In the early morning hours, your mind is still fresh and the world around you is still at rest, making it the ideal time to dive into your most important tasks. When you wake up early, you have the chance to take advantage of the stillness and silence that the early hours provide, using that time to move closer to your dreams. One of the greatest challenges we face each day is finding the time to work on what truly matters to us. With busy schedules, constant demands, and a never-ending list of tasks, it can often feel like there isn't enough time to focus on our personal goals. Waking up at 4 a.m. solves this problem by giving you a block of uninterrupted time. In the early hours, there are no meetings, no emails, and no other distractions pulling at your attention. You can fully dedicate this time to working on the things that are most important to you, whether it's personal growth, a passion project, or advancing your career. The power of the early morning is that it allows you to approach your goals with a clear and focused mind. After a good night's sleep, your mind is refreshed and ready to tackle challenges head-on. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you don't have the mental clutter and fatigue that can build up over the course of the day. You have a sense of energy and clarity that you can direct toward your work. This focused energy allows you to make significant progress on your goals, even if you only have a few hours before the rest of the world wakes up. This dedicated time also allows you to make real consistent progress. Consistency is key when it comes to achieving any goal. By waking up early, you are setting a habit of showing up for yourself each day, no matter what. This regular commitment, whether it's writing, reading, exercising, or working on a business idea, adds up over time. Small, consistent efforts lead to massive results. Even if you only spend an hour or two each morning working on your goals, that time compounds and becomes powerful over weeks, months, and years. Waking up early helps you to stay disciplined and consistent, which is one of the most important factors in achieving long-term success. Moreover, early mornings are often when you can tap into your most creative self. When the world is still and the distractions of the day haven't yet begun, your mind has more space to think deeply and creatively. This time allows you to explore new ideas, solve problems, and brainstorm innovative solutions without interruption. Whether you are working on a creative project, starting a business, or solving complex problems at work, the quiet and stillness of the early morning can unlock your creativity and allow you to think outside the box. This is a time when your brain is primed for deep thinking and innovative breakthroughs, something that can be harder to achieve in the hustle and bustle of a busy day. Additionally, waking up at 4 a.m. helps you to build a sense of accomplishment before the day even begins. When you start the day by working on your goals, you gain a sense of achievement right from the start. This feeling of accomplishment gives you a boost of confidence and momentum, carrying you through the rest of your day with more energy and focus. Starting the day with purpose and already having accomplished something important sets a positive tone for everything that follows. It builds a feeling of productivity that follows you throughout the rest of the day, making it easier to stay on track and tackle whatever challenges come your way. Another key benefit of waking up early is that it teaches you how to manage your time more effectively. With a limited number of hours in a day, every minute becomes important. Waking up early allows you to prioritize your tasks and focus on what matters most. You can plan your day, set clear goals, and begin working on them without distractions. The time you gain in the early morning is precious, and it teaches you to use your time wisely. This sense of time management not only helps you get more done, but also gives you the space to focus on your personal development and growth, rather than just running through the motions of a busy day. In conclusion, waking up at 4 a.m. provides you with a unique and valuable opportunity to work on your goals with full focus and dedication. This time allows you to make consistent progress, unlock your creativity, and feel a sense of accomplishment before the world wakes up. By dedicating the early hours to your personal growth and goals, you are setting yourself up for long-term success. Waking up at 4 a.m. helps you build consistency and lays a solid foundation for long-term success. Consistency is often the key differentiator between those who achieve their goals and those who fall short. It's not about doing something extraordinary every once in a while. It's about consistently showing up day after day, even when the excitement fades and the initial motivation wanes. The discipline required to wake up early each morning teaches you this vital lesson. Success is not achieved in one grand leap, but through small, consistent actions taken over time. By committing to waking up at 4 a.m., you are making a choice to show up for yourself every single day, to prioritize your goals and to work towards them steadily without getting distracted by the noise of everyday life. When you wake up early, you are giving yourself the gift of time to dedicate to your most important priorities. This time can be used to work on your personal goals, whether they are related to health, career, learning, or self-improvement. The time you spend during these quiet and uninterrupted hours compounds over time. What might feel like just a few hours each day becomes a powerful tool for building momentum. With every passing day, the actions you take in those early hours start to accumulate, and the results of your consistency begin to show. Whether it's working on a business idea, writing a book, learning a new skill, or simply dedicating time to your physical health, the consistency of your early morning routine helps to move you forward, even when progress feels slow. One of the main reasons consistency is so important is because it fosters resilience. Success doesn't come easily and obstacles are inevitable. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the effort doesn't seem worth it, or when you simply don't feel like doing the work. But it's on those days that consistency truly shows its value. When you make a commitment to wake up at 4 a.m., you are creating a structure in your life that pushes you to keep going. even when your motivation is low. You learn to rely on the habit rather than on your emotions or the fleeting bursts of motivation that often come and go. It is consistency, not motivation, carries you through the tough days. And this is where the true power of waking up early lies. The consistency that comes from waking up early also teaches you to manage your time more effectively. In the quiet hours of the morning, you have the space to plan your day, set clear intentions, and identify what tasks need to be prioritized. This planning and organizing in the early morning hours ensure that you approach the day with purpose. Instead of running through the day reactively, constantly putting out fires and attending to whatever comes your way, you become proactive. You can focus on what matters most and handle tasks with clarity and confidence. The consistency of waking up early ensures that you are always one step ahead, organized and focused on your goals, rather than getting lost in the clutter of everyday life. The power of consistency extends beyond the actions you take during the early morning hours. It starts to shape your mindset, your approach to challenges, and your outlook on life. As you wake up each day, you begin to develop a mindset of commitment and persistence. You stop seeing obstacles as insurmountable barriers and start viewing them as opportunities for growth and learning. This mindset shift happens because you are reinforcing the habit of showing up, no matter what. With each day that you wake up early and follow through on your plans, you strengthen your belief in your own ability to succeed. Consistency builds confidence because it proves to you that you are capable of following through, even when things are difficult. Moreover, the discipline of waking up early encourages self-control. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to get sidetracked by instant gratification and the lure of procrastination. However, when you commit to waking up at 4 a.m., you are making a choice to reject those distractions and focus on what truly matters. This act of self-control helps to reinforce your ability to stay focused on your goals throughout the day, resisting the pull of short-term pleasures that often derail long-term progress. As you continue to practice this consistency, your self-control becomes stronger and you become better at managing your time, energy, and resources in a way that supports your long-term vision. The consistency gained by waking up at 4 a.m. also builds momentum. As you continue this habit day after day, you begin to notice a snowball effect. The small steps you take in the morning start to build on each other, and you start seeing the results of your consistent effort. Progress becomes inevitable when you continue showing up for yourself day after day. This momentum is a powerful force that propels you forward, even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. When you look back at your journey, you will realize that it was the consistency of those early mornings that made all the difference in achieving your goal. By waking up at 4 a.m., you are creating a structure that supports long-term success. Consistency, resilience, time management, self-control, and momentum are all byproducts of this simple habit. Through this daily commitment, you are slowly but surely building a foundation that will help you achieve whatever you set out to do. The success you are working toward is not a result of isolated actions or bursts of effort. It is the product of consistent, dedicated work that compounds over time. Waking up early sets you on a path to success that is built on a strong foundation of discipline and consistency. Waking up at 4 a.m. helps you prioritize your dreams and goals over distractions, allowing you to build a life that is intentional and meaningful. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with notifications, deadlines, and the pressures of daily life. These distractions can easily pull us away from the things that matter most to us. Our goals, dreams, and aspirations often take a backseat to the urgent deadlines of work, family, and social obligations. However, waking up early gives you the opportunity to break free from these distractions and focus on what truly matters. The early morning hours are free from external demands, offering a quiet and peaceful environment where you can focus entirely on your priorities. At 4 a.m., the world is still asleep, and there are fewer distractions vying for your attention. This makes it the perfect time to dedicate to your personal goals. Whether it's working on a project, writing, reading, or taking care of your physical health, these first hours of the day give you the space to work on your dreams without the interruptions that typically come later in the day. By waking up early, you set aside time for the things that align with your deepest desires and long-term goals. This time is sacred because it is yours and yours alone. The world around you has not yet awakened to its daily hustle and bustle, and you can use this time to build the foundation for the life you want to create. Waking up at 4 a.m. allows you to start your day with purpose. Rather than rushing into the day's obligations, you take control of your time and focus on the things that will move you closer to your dreams. This simple shift in your daily routine can have a profound impact on how you prioritize your time and what you choose to focus on throughout the day. Moreover, by making the decision to wake up early, you are actively choosing to invest in your future. Each time you rise at 4 a.m., you are making a conscious decision to work on your goals, improve your skills, and move forward in life. It's easy to put off our dreams for another day, another week, or another year. We often think we will have more time later, but the truth is, time is the one thing we cannot get back. Waking up early ensures that you are dedicating time every single day to your personal growth and success. This consistent investment in your future helps you stay focused on the long-term vision rather than getting lost in the short-term distractions of daily life. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you become more intentional about how you use your time. You are no longer at the mercy of the demands of others. Instead, you have carved out a oak of time to work on your goals, and you do so with purpose and focus. The early morning hours offer you a unique opportunity to reflect on your life, clarify your priorities, and plan your next step. This time allows you to set clear intentions for the day, helping you stay aligned with your goals throughout the day. Waking up early also helps you cultivate the mindset of someone who values their time and is willing to put in the work required to achieve their goal. By consistently waking up at 4 a.m., you are training yourself to prioritize what's important. You stop letting the small, unimportant tasks consume your day. Instead, you make time for the things that will have a lasting impact on your life. This shift in mindset helps you become more disciplined and focused on the things that matter most to you, whether they are related to your career, personal development, or relationships. The decision to wake up at 4 a.m. also teaches you the power of consistency. Success is not a result of occasional bursts of effort, but of consistent, dedicated work. When you wake up early every day, you are committing to your goals and dreams on a consistent basis. This daily commitment compounds over time, making it easier to achieve your long-term objective. The more consistently you work on your goals, the more momentum you build, and the closer you get to achieving the life you envision. Waking up at 4 a.m. allows you to start your day with clarity and focus, setting the tone for the rest of the day. The quiet and disturbed time in the morning provides an opportunity to align your thoughts, intentions, and actions with your deepest desires. By prioritizing your goals and dreams over distractions, you create the space to make meaningful progress toward the life you want to live. This practice of intentional living helps you stay on track and move forward, even when the distractions of life try to pull you away from your path. In the end, waking up at 4 a.m. is not just about adding more time to your day, it's about making a conscious choice to prioritize your dreams and goals above all else. It is a decision to take control of your time, to invest in yourself, and to work toward the future you desire. Each early morning is a step toward creating the life you've always wanted. And by making the decision to wake up early, you are actively shaping the future you will one day live. Waking up at 4 a.m. sets the tone for a purposeful day and transforms your life by aligning your actions with your goals and values. The early morning hours are often the most peaceful and productive time of the day, offering you the chance to start the day with clarity, intention, and energy. Most people are still asleep during this time, and the world is free from distractions, allowing you to focus solely on your priorities. This uninterrupted time is invaluable for personal growth, reflection, and goal setting. By waking up at 4 a.m., you give yourself the gift of time to engage in activities that are meaningful, productive, and aligned with your vision for the future. One of the key benefits of waking up early is that it allows you to take control of your day before it starts to take control of you. In a world filled with constant demands and distractions, it is easy to lose track of what truly matters. But in the quiet of the early morning, you have the power to prioritize your time and focus on the activities that will move you closer to your goals. Whether it's working on a project, exercising, reading, or simply taking time to reflect, waking up at 4 a.m. gives you the opportunity to be proactive and deliberate in how you spend your time. This sense of control over your day provides a feeling of accomplishment and purpose from the very beginning, setting a positive tone that will carry through the rest of the day. The early hours are also a time for personal reflection. It is in these quiet moments that you can connect with your inner self and assess where you are in your journey. Waking up at 4 a.m. offers you the opportunity to reflect on your life, your progress, and your goal. You can take time to evaluate your actions, think about your values, and consider whether your daily routine is in alignment with your long-term vision. This time for self-reflection is essential for growth, as it allows you to stay grounded, make necessary adjustments, and stay focused on your true purpose. By taking the time to reflect in the morning, you ensure that your actions throughout the day are purposeful and aligned with your goals. Another important aspect of waking up at 4 a.m. is that it allows you to engage in activities that promote physical and mental well-being. Whether it's a workout, meditation, or journaling, these activities help to center your mind and body, providing the energy and focus needed to tackle the challenges of the day ahead. The early morning is the perfect time to invest in your health and well-being, as you are more likely to stay committed to these activities without the distractions of the day. Physical exercise, for example, boosts your energy levels, enhances your mood, and improves your overall health. Meditation and mindfulness practices help to reduce stress, improve focus, and create a sense of calm and clarity. By waking up early and engaging in these activities, you are setting yourself up for success by nurturing your body and mind. In addition to physical and mental well-being, waking up early gives you the time to work on your personal development. The early morning hours are ideal for learning, whether it's reading a book, taking an online course, or practicing a new skill. Investing in personal growth during the early hours helps you stay ahead of the curve and equips you with the knowledge and skills needed to succeed. It is during this quiet time that you can fully immerse yourself in your learning without distraction. Personal development is key to achieving your goals, and by waking up early to focus on your growth, you are setting yourself up for long-term success. Furthermore, waking up at 4 a.m. helps to instill discipline and build strong habits. Consistency is a critical factor in achieving success, and waking up early every day reinforces the habit of consistency. When you commit to waking up at 4 a.m., you are setting the stage for a disciplined lifestyle. Discipline is not just about following a strict routine, it's about making intentional choices that lead to positive outcomes. By waking up early, you are demonstrating to yourself that you have the ability to follow through on your commitments and stay focused on your goal. Over time, this consistency builds momentum, and you begin to see the results of your hard work. Whether you're working on a business, improving your health, or pursuing a passion, the discipline developed by waking up early will help you stay on track and continue making progress. Waking up early also helps to improve your time management skills. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you have a head start on the day and you can plan your time more effectively. The early morning provides a quiet, uninterrupted space where you can organize your thoughts, prioritize your tasks, and set clear goals for the day. This focused time allows you to tackle your most important tasks first, ensuring that you make progress on the things that matter most. By waking up early, you gain the time and clarity needed to manage your day with purpose and intention. As a result, you become more efficient and productive, making the most of your time and achieving more in less time. Lastly, waking up at 4 a.m. has a cumulative. The benefits of waking up early are not limited to the immediate hours after you wake up. When you commit to waking up early every day, you begin to experience a shift in your overall mindset and lifestyle. The sense of purpose, clarity, and discipline developed in the early morning carries through to the rest of your day, helping you stay focused and motivated. Over time, this daily commitment adds up, and you begin to see significant improvements in all areas of your life. Waking up early may start as a small habit, but over time, it becomes a powerful force that transforms your life. By waking up at 4 a.m., you are giving yourself the time, space, and focus needed to live with intention, purpose, and clarity. This simple act of waking up early can have a profound impact on your life, helping you to build the habits, mindset, and discipline necessary to achieve your goals and create the life you desire. Waking up at 4 a.m. provides you with a rare and valuable opportunity to engage in personal growth, which is essential for long-term success. In the quiet of the early morning, you have the time and space to focus on yourself, your mindset, and your potential without the distractions of the world around you. This is a time for introspection, self-improvement, and intentional growth, where you can invest in yourself in ways that will pay off greatly in the future. It is in these early hours that you can develop the habits and mindset that will carry you through the challenges of the day and contribute to your overall personal development. Personal growth is often something that gets pushed aside when life gets busy. We become so focused on external demands, work, family, responsibilities that we forget to nurture our inner selves. However, the early hours provide an opportunity to put yourself first before the world demands your attention. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you set aside time for your personal growth and development. This could mean taking time to reflect on your goals, reading a book that inspires you, or practicing mindfulness and meditation. These small but powerful actions in the morning can help you cultivate the mindset, develop your skills, and build habits that will serve you well throughout the day and your life. One of the most effective ways to invest in yourself in the early morning is through the practice of self-reflection. This time allows you to evaluate your actions, your thoughts, and your progress toward your goal. By taking the time to reflect on your life, you can gain insight into what is working and what needs adjustment. Self-reflection helps you become more aware of your strengths and areas for improvement. It allows you to identify any limiting beliefs or negative patterns of thought that may be holding you back, and gives you the chance to consciously choose to let go of those thoughts. This process of self-awareness is a crucial component of personal growth, as it empowers you to make intentional changes that will lead to a more fulfilled and successful life. Another key aspect of personal growth that can be nurtured by waking up early is learning. The early morning hours provide an uninterrupted block of time where you can read, study, or work on developing new skills. Whether you are learning something new that will help you in your career, reading a book that expands your knowledge, or listening to a podcast that introduces you to new ideas, these early hours are perfect for nourishing your mind. The habit of continuous learning is one of the most powerful ways to grow both personally and professionally. By dedicating this time to learning and self-improvement, you position yourself to become more skilled, more knowledgeable, and more equipped to handle the challenges and opportunities that life presents. Personal growth also comes from taking care of your physical and mental health. Waking up at 4 a.m. provides you with the time to focus on activities that promote well-being, such as exercise, yoga, or simply spending time in nature. These activities not only improve your physical health, but also help to reduce stress, clear your mind, and build mental resilience. The early hours give you a chance to start the day with energy, focus, and a sense of calm, which sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. Regular physical activity also has a direct impact on your mood and productivity, helping you to maintain a positive outlook and stay focused on your goals. Another important element of personal growth is the cultivation of good habits. Habits are the building blocks of our daily lives, and the habits you form in the early morning set the tone for the rest of the day. Whether it's reading, exercising, journaling, or practicing gratitude, the habits you develop in these quiet hours will become ingrained in your routine, and over time they will shape the person you become. Waking up at 4 a.m. allows you to develop habits that are aligned with your values and goals. The discipline of waking up early trains you to prioritize what's important and stay committed to those priorities throughout the day. These small, consistent actions compound over time and contribute to long-term personal growth. The early morning is also a time for building a positive mindset. It's easy to get caught up in negative thinking, stress, and the challenges of life, but the early hours allow you to set a positive tone for the day. By starting the day with affirmations, gratitude, or positive self-talk, you can reprogram your mind to focus on what is going well in your life rather than what is not. This positive mindset will not only help you approach your goals with confidence, but it will also make you more resilient in the face of setbacks. A positive mindset is a key component of personal growth because it empowers you to see opportunities instead of obstacles and to stay motivated even when things get tough. In essence, waking up at 4 a.m. gives you the opportunity to invest in yourself every single day. It allows you to reflect on your life, engage in continuous learning, take care of your body and mind, and develop the habits that will lead to your success. The time you spend on personal growth in the early morning hours is an investment that will pay dividends throughout your life. By committing to this practice, you are setting yourself on the path to becoming the best version of yourself, both personally and professionally. The results may not be immediate, but with consistency and dedication, you will begin to see the powerful effects of this investment in your growth. Waking up at 4 a.m. allows you to create an environment of peace and quiet that is essential for self-reflection and planning. In the early hours of the morning, the world is still and undisturbed, which presents a unique opportunity to turn inward and connect with yourself. In a world filled with distractions, constant notifications, and endless responsibilities, finding a moment of stillness can feel like an impossible task. However, the early morning hours provide the perfect setting to be alone with your thoughts, without any external interruptions. This quiet time gives you the space to think deeply about your life, your goals, and the path you want to take. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you have the rare opportunity to begin your day with intention. Most people start their day in a rush, scrambling to get ready for work or school, attending to the demands of others, and constantly reacting to external forces. But in those early moments, you have control over your time. There is no pressure to be anywhere or do anything immediately. You can spend this time setting the tone for the rest of your day. Whether you use it to meditate, journal, or simply think about the day ahead, you are creating a sense of clarity and focus. This intentional start to the day allows you to move forward with a calm and centered mind, ready to handle whatever challenges come your way. Self-reflection is an important part of personal growth, and the early morning is the perfect time for it. During this time of stillness, you can reflect on your actions, your mindset, and your goals. You can take a step back and examine whether you are on track to achieve what you set out to accomplish. This is not a time for judgment or self-criticism, but for honest and constructive reflection. The quiet of the early morning allows you to gain a clearer perspective on where you stand and where you want to go. This reflection helps you to course correct if needed, ensuring that your actions align with your larger vision. Another key benefit of waking up early is the time it gives you to plan your day. The first few hours of the morning are free from distractions, allowing you to focus on organizing your thoughts. You can set clear intentions for what you want to achieve and outline the steps necessary to reach those goals. Planning in the early morning gives you a sense of direction and purpose, which is invaluable as you move through the rest of your day. When you have a clear plan, you are less likely to waste time on tasks that are not aligned with your priorities. You can approach your day with a sense of purpose, knowing exactly what you need to accomplish. In addition to reflecting and planning, the early morning hours offer the opportunity to engage in personal development activities. Whether it's reading, learning a new skill, or practicing mindfulness, this time is yours to invest in yourself. The stillness of the morning allows you to engage in activities that foster personal growth and development. This could mean reading a book that inspires you, listening to a podcast that expands your knowledge, or practicing a skill that you are working to master. Whatever it may be, the early morning gives you a chance to dedicate time to improving yourself before the world demands your attention. Furthermore, the peace and quiet of the early morning allow you to connect with your inner thoughts and emotions. In the busyness of everyday life, it can be difficult to listen to your own feelings and intuition. But in the stillness of the morning, you can tune into what is happening within you. You may discover insights about your desires, your motivations, or areas of your life that need attention. This connection with yourself is crucial for emotional well-being and personal growth. It allows you to understand your needs and take steps to fulfill them. Waking up early also allows you to build habits that support your mental and emotional health. You can take this time to practice gratitude, engage in affirmations, or work on cultivating a positive mindset. These practices help to reinforce a sense of inner peace and positivity, which carries through to the rest of your day. Starting your day with a positive and focused mindset makes it easier to face challenges with confidence and clarity. In a world where distractions are everywhere, the early morning hours offer a rare opportunity to find stillness. This time allows you to reflect on your life, plan your day, and invest in personal growth. It is a time for self-discovery, for connecting with your inner self, and for setting the course for the day ahead. By waking up early, you are creating a space of peace and clarity that supports your overall well-being and personal development. This simple habit can set you up for success in both your personal and professional life.